Hi and welcome to the walkthrough video for Merciful Cello, which is in many ways the opposite of our Vengeful Cello library, where Vengeful Cello has a lot of different techniques. This one's just sustains, shorts and pizzicato, but here you get true legato, various notes that ornaments, and two types of releases. To start with the basics, there are three dynamics of sustains, each on its own key switch. There are also shorts with 4 dynamic layers, all on one key switch and controlled by velocity, with again a lot of contrast between the quietest and loudest layer. There are 3 types of pizzicato: long, short, like the long pizz and the sustains, also recorded with natural vibrato, and muted, which is close to what in our other libraries is called pizzicato ghost notes. And on the other end of the fluidity spectrum, there are also 4 types of note start ornaments. There are 2 compound articulations. Marcato is basically a short sample faded into a long sustain. The higher note velocity, the louder the short part. And crossfade is all 3 dynamic layers of sustains controlled by mod wheel. Because of natural vibrato baked into each sample, this isn't always the smoothest or most natural blend, but we included it as an option. All the sustained articulations also include rebows. If you play the same note twice with a long interval in between, you get the regular sustain attack, but if you play the second note quickly after the first one ends, you get a rebow attack. These have 6 round robins, and velocity has a moderate effect on how loud they are. The samples were also originally recorded with multiple rebows during the sustain. These are not used by default, but when you have the rebow sustain button on, you get natural recorded rebows while holding a key as well. The sustains also have 2 types of releases, with the volume controlled by the release volume control, and the type of releases controlled by the fall button. That release type is a little like a horn section fall, or the way pop singers will sometimes end phrases. There is no switch for polyphonic playing, but there are separate poly patches which don't have the true legato samples, so they also load much faster. Unison is also in separate patches and in the single articulation patches, with the usual volume and width controls for the extra voices. With both unison and polyphony, the rebow sustains can be easier to use because they'll happen at different times in each voice, which can be a very nice effect, especially for less rhythmic or even ambient parts, as the rebows add a little interest, but one among several layers rebowing while the others sustain isn't too drastic. this and Vengeful Cello are closed mic and mono, it's entirely possible to blend them together, for example using Vengeful Tremolo and Crisp Spiccato shorts along with Merciful Legato. Thanks for watching, and if you like Merciful Cello, tell an enemy.